We're going to go ahead and do a reading specifically for twin flames to see what is going on for the divine feminine, divine masculine collective. If you're just finding my video, make sure that you're also liking and following my page too. But happy 9/11 portal. We're in a huge wave of energy and a lot of people are feeling it. The reason why is because we are going to stay in this wave until we hit the equinox, autumn here in the northern part of the year. Of course, if you're in Australia and down under, you're doing the spring part too. But up here, we're doing autumn and we're doing a huge karmic clearing right now, and a clearing of all blocks. This is a powerful time for twin flames too, as we are releasing the blocks that have been keeping us stuck in separation narratives, loops, and timelines so that we can shift into union. This is requiring both twin flames to look at any internal programming and blocks that might be keeping you out of union or slow coming in union, right? And so 9/11 is a very powerful number. It's all about karmic completion, but bringing some serious new beginning vibes as we're moving towards the equinox. Today is also 9/11 is Archangel Michael's number. Archangel Michael oversees twin flames, and if you are a twin flame, this is just a reminder that you are being divinely guided and divinely protected. This is all about connecting with the higher spiritual and spiritual awakening. Twin flames have a powerful connection with the angels, archangels, your spirit guides, and your ancestors. You came here to do some of the deepest work on the planet. The work that you're doing to shift into union helps you to heal and restore your templates and your programs. So you're doing a lot of deep healing work if you are a twin flame, no matter where you're at. Remember, everyone's journey is different. Everyone's twin flame experience is going to play out differently. Just kind of depends on how that, we'll say, translates into the physical for you. Yes, you're meant to come into a beautiful, lasting physical union. If you are a twin flame, you know no one else can compare and you just want this person. Just kind of depends on what's going on with your love life and your own kind of situation right now. I'm going to start with a reading for the divine feminine. Remember that these are just general readings. Take what resonates for you, but I like to do these to help with the collective. But I always say do my one-on-one readings on my website. You can do those as often as you need them too, and they're going to help you with shifting whatever's going on or coming up for you too. So check out my reading options on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. Check out my twin flame coaching. I always say you'll need it because you're going to have to go back in and heal a lot of things, specifically with twin flame. I've gotten really good at the process and what to do with it too. So I do my twin flame coaching. I also am an energy healer. I do tons of healing sessions, clearings, and activations on my website. I work with these ascension energies specifically so that we can tap into them. I have tons of activations up for today. I have gotten my site flipped over, so make sure you're checking out my shop on my website. I have tons of activation options. This will help you so much with your healing. Make sure you're doing more energy work during this time. Everyone on the planet should be anyways. So I have tons of healings on my site. Check them out. Right, and like I said, I'm doing 9/11 porthole activations today, all day, after my videos. Okay, so divine feminine, collective, divine masculine. If you're watching, direct messages from your feminine. Letting you down was the worst decision I ever made, and you might feel that on both sides. They mirror a lot of things. You're going to have a roller coaster of emotions. 1 minute you're sure you're coming into union and you're in reunion and you're doing amazing. The next you're so upset right with the situation. Usually you're okay, but it's those spins that I like to talk about because these are the purge cycles and they will come, especially if you're in a separation, and it just kind of depends. I feel that that is the point of that, to go deeper into these spaces. Your twin flame can easily put you in a lot of shadow work, I see a lot of twin flames in dark night of the soul energy or in spiritual awakening energy, or moving through these spaces that we need to move through, sometimes within ourselves too. If you're in a separation, it just kind of depends. I keep track of you from afar by looking you up online. Twin flames are always checking each other out online. I haven't met twin flames that don't. Like, right, together, separate, doesn't matter. They're always looking at your socials. So divine feminine, you might be looking at your divine masculine socials and kind of seeing, right? And I know a lot of people always are like posting on purpose just for their flame and things like that. So you're definitely checking this person out online. You know what's going on with them in that way. I wonder if you still think about me. How do you feel about me now that you've had time to reflect? A lot of the masculines have been taking space, distance, time to reflect. Some of them may need to wake up to what Divine Feminine already knows about this connection and to have some of these deeper realizations. This will help them. Some of the masculines are clearing a lot of deep blocks on their side too, and having to like be all in on this too. So they might have been, we'll say, causing separations, not all of them, but you know, in those spaces, distancing, trying to go back to single life, right? Acting like it's better. That's something they may need to learn though, in order to come into full union with this, that they might have to experience that. It just kind of depends on what they need individually to shift into this union. Doesn't matter what the paths look like. This is where you need to let go, trust, and surrender the universe. If you're in some type of, your twin flame isn't fully on board with union, running, separation, when you surrender Divine Feminine, your masculine will surrender to the universe in the process too. You're needing to surrender to the process. You're needing to trust that it doesn't matter what paths you take, all paths are going to lead you to union anyways, and that you have to trust the universe as well too with this situation. So continuing to follow your path. You're seeing a lot of signs, synchronicity, messages, especially of your twin flame, like whether you're seeing their name, their favorite song, things that remind you of this person. It's like the more that you try to get off track with it, the universe tries to keep you on track, sending you special messages, signs, and synchronicities about this connection too. Remember that twin flame is very divinely guided, and one way that the divine guides us along our spiritual path and keeps us on course is through sending us spirit messages. Being apart has been more difficult than I can accept. You're having a hard time if you're not with this person, or if you've been in separation. And I get to watch a lot of people go through the twin flame experience, and I see a lot of, we'll say, synchronicity and similarities between the design. So everyone has a different journey, but I see a lot of the same things people must go through. And it's like the ones that are just in separation not long, they're like, oh no, we'll be right back together. And then right. And then when they don't, this is where the things come up, and it gets more difficult the more you go into the separation energies, right? Like it just happened, you're spinning, you're trying to get the person back. But the more that you go in to this separation energy, you're finding the more difficult it is. And I know that when we signed up to come to Earth, we knew we would have to do certain parts of the journey by ourselves, and a lot of the spiritual awakening may require us to. So sometimes then the ego comes up and starts to come out and things like that, and it can get more difficult the more that you're leaving it and going into these separation spaces and things like that. And it just kind of depends. Separation is something that you need to heal and that you need to shift out of through doing that work within yourself, and it can be very challenging to navigate. So for those of you guys that are apart from your twin flame, could be separation, could be living in different places, haven't fully shifted into union and you're working towards it. In these spaces, it can be very difficult to navigate, as they can bring up a lot of deep feelings and emotions and triggers. I couldn't handle my true feelings for you, and I kept you as a friend and nothing more. Some of you guys, it's impossible to keep your twin flame as a friend, and you know that, and things like that. So if you've had your twin flame try to friend zone you or vice versa, you know that isn't going to work, right? This is a romantic connection. However, sometimes it doesn't always start out that way. I know a lot of twin flames that are like work buddies or around each other or married to other people. However, I think that you guys know, due to the spiritual connection and soul connection with this person, you're not going to be able to just be friends or demoted to a friend with this person. I hate seeing you with that. Nothing will trigger you more than your twin flame with other people, especially other karmics, because everyone is karmic to this person other than you. So when they're hanging out, like especially if your twin flame is ignoring you and talking to their karmics, and things like that, or hanging out with karmics, you'll notice it a mile away. It's going to really, really trigger you too, because you'll see what they're doing too. And this is just to fuel their ego and to make them feel good on some level, or they wouldn't do it too. So for those of you guys that are navigating that, it can be very difficult, especially as twin flame. You both get front row tickets to what's going on with each other in some type of way. Even apart, you're getting little info about what's going on in the other's life. I want to make you happy. I miss your smile. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. I'm ready for commitment. This is where a lot of the divine feminines are at. You guys are working very hard on your healing, on your life. If you're not, you better be. Work on your energy. You're elevating all the areas of your life. And this is something that Twin Flame has come into your life to show you these areas that you needed to work on, that you needed to be better in. And this could be like job, health, energy, money, whatever it was. Your Twin Flame has lit a fire on you where you're working on other areas of your life, especially if you're apart, because then you're really working on yourself, and you can tell you are up leveling your whole life. like especially as you're raising up your energy and your frequency. This is how we change the outer and things like that too. So going within, working on your energy, and knowing the more that you're healing yourself, the more that you're changing things and in a good way, and also shifting towards union too, because this person is going to sense the energetic work that you're doing, the changes that you're making. And they're going to be very, very more and more drawn to you. Your Twin Flame is so drawn to you all the time anyways. And I think you guys know that, especially for those of you guys that have tried to stay away from your Twin Flame, or they're trying to stay away from you. You know that doesn't work. They're thinking about you all the time. Divine Feminine, you're feeling your masculine thinking about you all the time too. And I know you're picking up on that you never have left this person's mind, heart, soul, whatever it is, with that deep, powerful connection, especially this spiritual bond that you share. So you want commitment. You just want a normal relationship with this person, 5D though, right? I don't want to say 3D, 5D connection. You want a commitment. You might have made that clear. I see a lot of the masculines are running at that, or like you made it clear. Maybe you said you want to date, move in together, live together, face-to-face meetings, hanging out. You want more from this person, and this has kicked in their fear, and for some they've gone avoidant, right? This triggers their avoidant attachment or their fears that they need to work through too. So some of you guys might be in like a separation caused by this, and it's something the masculine may need to decide and work out too. So it's fear of commitment on the masculine side, and sometimes they could be reflecting our own fears, right? And things like that with Twin Flame. I don't know why, but there's something that may need to be worked out in this area too. Like you probably might have made it clear what you want with this person, and hey, the ball's in their court, as they say, right? And they know that. So this might also be a double-edged sword of an issue that needs to be worked out with this person too. I was selfish and stuck in my ego, having to heal different ego patterns, thoughts, negative narratives, things in your head. I know that we have a soul connection, so we keep talking about this soul bond, this soul connection. And okay, so our ego, it just wants what you want in your life, like each masculine, feminine, what you guys have in your head of your life. Now, we're here for something spiritual, spiritual awakening, but past that, okay? And so with Twin Flame, this is what the soul is going to achieve in this lifetime, is the masculine and feminine coming together and coming into union. And it doesn't matter where the ego is taking us, like different paths and things like that. We try different things and we go over here, you know, whatever it is. This is what is going to happen, that your soul is that powerful and in control of the journey that it's going to override the ego, right? So sometimes our ego doesn't know where it's going, but it's really headstrong and thinks it does. You're going to come into union with this person in this lifetime. The more that you can surrender and work on yourself, the faster it will come to. And so we have this soul connection where these two aspects of our soul want to merge into oneness. And oneness is past the duality, past the feminine masculine rift in society programming and everything in the matrix that we fall into within the illusion. It's what your soul is desiring and trying to take you through too. And this is why Twin Flames feel such a strong pull to each other. You need to heal how you're seeing things. A shift in perspective is needed. Needing to shift your mindset. Just stay positive about this. It can be really challenging. You can fall into really negative states within these separation spaces. I wrote a few books about it. Started, I believe, my 6th book on Twin Flame. That's where they took me, of some of the healing that come up in it. And these are kind of very personal books that I wrote anyways. But anyway, so I know better than anyone that the cycles of you guys can do many cycles with your Twin Flame or things like that. And it can be, I was telling someone yesterday, years of work to even get into union and spiritual work on yourself. And the work doesn't stop anyways, right? To balance these energies, these very high frequency energies, and it just kind of depends, and it really depends on what's coming up for you. But you need to stay in a positive mindset. It can be really easy to fall into separation narratives, right? And timelines, because our mind is taking us through the timelines as well. So you try to stay focused if you're trying to shift out of these states on reunion and union. I meet you in the dreams every night. You might notice that when you're apart or getting ready for reunion or union, you're dreaming about this person a lot. You guys dream walk into each other's dreams. You have special gifts and abilities. Some of you are getting information this way. You're able to go into this state with twin flames. You have shared telepathy and you have shared dream abilities, which is something, while we can dream of other people, this is a very powerful connection that you have with this person. So you guys are probably dreaming about each other. My soul was made with yours at the beginning of time. This is the split, right? And we split to come into the human experience, literally, like this is, and I love it because when we have I say the two broken hearts. We have the two half as the hearts that are broken. And, you know, it takes two people to do that, right? Okay, well, this is the same idea with your soul too, that this is why we come to earth, so that we can develop ourselves and kind of develop as souls. And this is why twin flames have to take spaces apart too, so that you can work on becoming more whole within yourself too. But you're meant to come back together ultimately with this person, and you work at that across many lifetimes. Everything I see now reminds me of you. You might be getting a lot of synchronicity. And especially when you're trying to tune out the connection, it's like the universe. So here's like 10 synchronicities just to remind you of this person you're trying to tune out of your head, right? like everything that you see is like reminding you of this person, and you might see a lot of specific things or things coming up, jokes aside, right? And so you're always thinking about this person, like every little thing that you see reminds you of this person, whether it's that movie, that song, spirit messages coming through. The spirit messages are getting real loud for the flames, as you guys are required to complete your soul mission and purpose together. And I think you guys have got a glimpse of that, of what that may be with your light worker gifts too. So today's 9/11 portal, while it's all about spiritual awakening, it's all about tapping into your life purpose. And you have some type of shared mission that you came here to complete together, that you must do in union too. We were made out of the same members of the same stars. Okay. This is why I always say astrology is the stars that you're made out of. So when we look at like your birth chart, because I love astrology. I love the collective stars, right? The stars you're made of. And you will see so many synchronicities. Like I was reading some stuff about me and my twin flame. It's literally like you guys are made either out of the same stuff or complementary on every level. You're going to find so many synchronicity in twin flames charts and birth charts and things like that. Oftentimes you guys might even have a lot in common with that too, like literally made for each other, like the way you touch. And that's also your life plan. So we can see our DNA as our life plan. Most people don't even tap into the higher of it. I know, right? It's like, look at your DNA like a labyrinth. It's the blueprint of your life. But like if I put a mouse in a labyrinth and it didn't get very far, that's like where most people are in the 3D. And we have such higher, we can make it through. And so I feel that this is instructions for your soul. It's a blueprint. So when you and your twin flame came to earth, you would have actually planned out the journey together. I know, right? And I was telling myself, for those of you guys that are in separation, don't worry. It's like I planned in college to take French class. This is made up. But say I went to college and I planned it out. I was going to take French and, do all this stuff. And I failed my French class. What will happen? Oh my God. The universe is going to make you fit that in later to complete your degree, right? So it's a little bit like that when things don't go to plan. So I feel that we make these plans and sometimes things may not go planned, because if you're in separation, it didn't go as planned. You're supposed to be in union, but you'll get a chance to take this over again, a do-over with your twin flame. So take these spaces seriously where you're trying to come into union with your twin flame. You only get so many redos and do's-overs and things like that. So this is our DNA also in a nutshell. But also our birth chart and our astrology is a lot like that too, because it would have been certain things that are laid out, like, and you're going to find a lot of synchronicity probably between maybe your karmic path, your Chiron wounds, could be your moon, could be your sun, north node, south node. It depends. You're going to find a lot of synchronicity buried within these charts, right? Because they're a way that we can read ourselves as a soul or on a soul level or past the human, something that was laid out before we were born, right? Okay, so there are ways that we can tap in, we'll say. And you're going to find a lot of ways that we can tell what's going on with flames by reading these things. Okay, So heartache and loss, you might have gone through so much loss, and usually your twin flame, divine masculine, I don't know how intentional this is. I think it's just their own fear kicks in and they can't handle the high frequencies of divine feminine, and more work needs to be done. Both twin flames are pulled back from more work. You go through a lot of, on the divine feminine side, abandonment, loss. Oftentimes, some of your masculines may have been through this in the past, and why it's part of their programming or they're encoded like that. They put you through so much pain, and that's how you know it's real love with twin flame, because no one else you would have stuck around for, right? Like, all right, you wouldn't have stuck around with the karmics with that, right? But this is a twin flame experience, so it's different. The universe keeps you moving through the process. So you go through your own, and it might be in different cycles, so they might even trigger the same wounds again and again, I find. But it depends, and you go through something that leads you into separation, whatever it is, usually, you know, not ready or whatever, and it scares the masculine that you love them so much, so they are in the fear and they abandon you. And then you go into the darkest spaces again, where usually you go back into the synchronicity between your inner child or past breakups, past wounds, whatever it is triggering in you, it's familiar. So you go into these spaces, and you must go in alone oftentimes, right? With the uncertainty, you don't know if your flame's coming back. They may or may not. Okay, you know what I mean? But when you go into especially the first, you know, these separations, you always think they might not because of past life experiences that we've been through, but this is ascension, it's different. And you go through so much. Now, I want to remind you that out of these spaces, after you get to that light at the end of the tunnel, because you'll go through it, like you will go through these insane purges and emotional upheavals and, you know, energies that you must transmute. This is part of the cleansing process twin flames go through. And don't worry, masculines going through their own process on their side, but we're focused on the feminine side. Your gifts are going to come in so strong. You get so many downloads because this is everything that has been blocking your energy, your spiritual connection, going deep within these blocks, facing your own ego, facing your own shadow, facing the negativity that must come up. And you are rewarded. You are given so much. You're going to notice that you're clearing deep-rooted blocks and traumas and all these unhealed wounds that you didn't even know you had until this person played their role in triggering these things. And your gifts are what comes out of this, your spiritual gifts, that you get so much wisdom and knowledge and understanding about all of this and the process and things like that. So you get so much out of this. Now, I've found sometimes this person, because you have the same triggers until these are healed, might even trigger this again and again. You're like, what? Hopefully it'll get a little better each time, but I'm sure it's intense to go through, right? Of going through, if you go through these cycles with this person. And so it can trigger a lot in the heart chakra. Divine feminine, work on your heart chakra. This is going to help your divine masculine, who usually their avoidance kicks in, right? And things like that. And it's everything they've been doing in their lifetime to avoid doing the healing with you, as you are a catalyst also for their healing. So I've done a lot of obviously learning about this stuff and writing about this stuff. Heal your heart chakra. It is going to help your divine masculine to open up their heart on their side, to shift out of that pattern and shift into union, because they are reflecting things about our own energies and our own masculine energy too. So we have heart chakra coming up. This person will trigger your past. Some of you guys, it's breakups, karmic relationships. Some it is parents and not having a great childhood. For some, it's deeper abandonment issues. Some, it's death and you've lost someone. So a lot of times, you know, you might have actually been through physical death. I say that this is the anniversary of my mother's death, 9/11, and it's also my twin flame number, right? Okay, but it can trigger a lot of deeper things like that too. I was trying to explain this to someone. It depends what you have in your Akashic and what is in your past. There's a lot of unhealed pain that will come to the surface. So healing your heart chakra so that you can allow the divine and allow that light in more and become that light being ready for union too. So we have heart chakra stuff coming up. We have 2 cards of the throat chakra too, needing to heal your throat chakra. Better just to say it than not to say it. Sometimes you're going to find that your masculine has communication blocks. They go into the silence. They be quiet when they're upset and things like that. But you're saying it. Like, hello. Okay. Healing your throat chakra. Finding more balance there. You're going to find a lot of chakra blocks come up. Okay. Destiny. This person is your destined lover. I love it because we're doing the eclipses, and I think you guys know these are going to shift you closer to your person and closer to your destiny, however that's going to look like. You're destined to be with this person. There's no other person that is going to fulfill you. You guys are going to find. So you can let aside the fear of in separation that this person will move on or find someone else. They won't be able to. They're going to move back to you ultimately. Trust in destiny right now. This is beautiful as it's unfolding for Twin Flames too. Trust that you guys have a shared destiny. So the eclipses are going to help bring a healing, usually a purge and things that we need to look at underneath, or subconscious traumas, blocks, things like that. But they're going to bring you closer to this person. You're an indigo starseed. You might not like, this is where the control issues come out between starseed twin flames too, where you guys might be having some type of control drama and things like that. You don't like being told what to do. And neither does your twin flame. In fact, your divine masculine might have been used to controlling all of their karmics and things. And with you, you're different. They feel out of control, right? And so do you. With both of you do. Like you're kind of, I always say these little dolls, divine masculine, divine feminine, and the universe. And you're kind of at the whims of the universe with this connection too. Be careful you're not trying to control some things. All right, you are enough. Let go of expectations of how this is coming through. This is bringing intense changes into your life right now, and you're becoming your higher self. You're bringing this into the physical, divine feminine. You're activating your higher self and becoming your higher self, but you're clearing from karmic relationships. I notice a lot of karmic relationship stuff from the past is coming up. Get rid of the karmics. It's something I always go and do in my sessions. If you guys have exes, kids' parents, baby dads, right? Exes, things like that, you need to get rid of the karmics and get them out of your field. They will interfere with your union. In fact, they have for many lifetimes. Time to let go of the past. I don't know if you need to revisit something or you're romanticizing the karmics and it's blocking something. All right, take me home. I love this card because you're going to guide your divine masculine home on some level. This is into union. Union is bringing you home and things like that. So trust this process of where source is trying to guide you. You're on the spiritual path. Okay, so we have 10 of Pentacles. This is, some of you guys have stuff coming up with family issues. This could be about money, inheritance. And this is like, some of you guys might have inner child stuff coming up. This might be, family programming or society's expectations. Healing some type of family dynamic. You might notice that you're getting guided back into it. It just kind of depends on what the karmic cycles of your life entail. Most of them entail our family dynamic and healing something there. Some of you guys are going to get some money out of nowhere. This could be connected to family healing or some type of family karma with it too. It just kind of depends. We have the Queen of Cups. In reverse, make sure you're not being immature, too sensitive, low self-esteem, or manipulative. You have the shadow coming up. Make sure you're following your intuition. Some of you guys are just letting your ego override that. Make sure that you're not acting immature about this situation or this connection. Some of you guys might be trying to be manipulative to get what you want, and you're noticing it won't work with your masculine. Okay, we have the Lovers in reverse. This can indicate separation though, and something is going on with this and needing to work with the universe to shift this energy into union. So some of you guys might be navigating a lengthy process into union, as we talked about, or some type of separation. You might feel like this person isn't giving you the effort back or the attention back. It just kind of depends on where you're at with that. You might feel like things are really one-sided, and I think that then you'll know this person isn't ready, and that's a hard pill to swallow with your twin flame, right? So you might feel that too, that this person isn't ready or something. You might have checked on them recently. They weren't ready to commit to union, or they might be pushing you away. It depends. Okay, so we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, and usually this is my new beginning energy, but something is blocked here. There's some type of, you might have been getting disappointments with this person. There might be some delay or setback, or this is like things not moving forward. You need to release and heal things that are holding you back or setting back this connection still. There's more healing work to be done, and people don't like to hear that, but it doesn't stop, right? Needing to really, really dive deep into your healing so that you can shift, especially if you're in separation or not fully in union yet. There have been some issues coming up you need to deal with. We have the Three of Wands. Some of you guys are manifesting big things. You're putting in really hard work, and it's important that we're working on ourselves or working on our manifesting. This is like something is going to come through that you're manifesting and you're going to have more freedom. This could be travel. Some of you guys might be even, this is my traveling abroad or moving abroad. Some of you guys are guided to get out of the country. My favorite, right? Not funny. Or maybe you're just going to go on some trips, but this is a twin flame reading with your twin flame. So I love this. It's masculine on the card. Masculine's doing some soul searching. They might be ready to go on a trip abroad or to get out or to travel abroad. And so this might be something on their mind that they're trying to manifest. They might be trying to manifest, especially if you guys live in different cities, countries, states, whatever it is, like real distance. They're trying to manifest a way to you. And they're trying to manifest something involving this union too. So, and if that doesn't resonate for you, because this message will not be for everyone, but it is for someone, okay? So if you're apart in another country or another place, they're trying to manifest coming to you. And then also this could be traveling together, like, oh my God. And you're going to feel that on a soul level. Like sometimes some of you guys want to go do some spiritual stuff with your twin flame or go to some spiritual places. Like that's a lot of what I love to do in this lifetime too. It just kind of depends on how that will translate for you. But they are manifesting union and they're trying to manifest you, we'll say, in this union. Okay, so we're going to do a reading for Divine Masculine. This one's fallen out, so we'll take it. Okay, so Divine Masculine side, what is going on for you? You're being guided to hold space for the feminine. Some of you guys, I know a lot of masculines that ran and then came back and really wanted their feminine, and they didn't understand why their feminine was dealing with painful cycles from it too. So some of you guys might be in that space, like you're way dedicated to union, but you're seeing how some of your fears have contributed to leading you both where you are, and you're needing to hold space for your divine feminine right now. All right, so Divine Masculine Collective, Divine Feminine, if you're watching, direct messages from your masculine. Can you let go of the past and forgive me? Can you trust me again with your heart? This person knows that you need to open up their heart to them too. They want to know if you can let go of everything that's happened between you and forgive and move on. And they think about this a lot. They might be having a hard time letting go of things, and if they think that you can't. I let my ego get in the way. I couldn't let go of my pride, but you saw through me. You know the truth about me. Your twin flame can read you like no one else, even apart. They can read you. That's because of the mind telepathy connection. So they know that, but egos have come out. Their ego or fear has gotten in the way of this connection on the masculine side. I'm confused about what I should do about my feelings for you. They know they love you. They know they want to be with you. They know they have such intense feelings for you. And this is why sometimes they've been taught to suppress or deny these feelings, because this is like intense love like nothing else, right? And oftentimes the masculine has been taught many lifetimes to set aside love for other things and the logic and, you know, whatever, society and things like that. They know that they want you. They have a strong desire for you. They have a strong attraction for you, and they want you like no one else. My spirit is always with you. Can you feel me? Do you still love me too? So you guys are feeling that spiritual connection. You're getting a lot of messages directly from your twin flame's higher self to help guide you where you need to be with this connection. You're always feeling each other on the energy level. I miss looking into your eyes and into your soul. This person loves your eyes. They love, whether it's how you, I don't want to say look, but how you look or your eyes or whatever it is. You're their dream person. So I'm just going to say this. I noticed that all of my twin flames karmics look a certain way, nothing like me. Okay, all right. They're all short, dark eyes, dark hair, and I'm tall and blonde, thin and blue eyes. Complete opposite. They're karmics, all of them that want them, like all of them. And I'm just gonna say that too, because I noticed that about the karmics on my side. You're gonna say that they all look opposite to your twin flame, like it's a reminder too, like, right? Because in past lifetimes you would have chosen how you'd look and things like that. I know it sounds silly. Okay, they know looking into your eyes that all of the karmics had the wrong color eyes. They know, every single one of them. They didn't have the flame's eyes, and I know that because that's how I can tell my twin flame from everyone else. The eyes, I can tell they have the eyes. It's like the match, and you'll know that from their eyes and nothing else, right? Nothing about looks, even vibes. You know they got a vibe that no one else can compare to. But it's the eyes, and you know that because when you stare into their eyes, you know, it's the activations that come out of that, and that's how you know this person too, from the eyes. So this person, they know you from your eyes. I feel like I abandoned you and myself when we broke up. I want a reconciliation. So Divine Feminine faces the abandonment wound, and so does the masculine. Right? And oftentimes they know they're the ones that have caused that, so that they feel it more. Divine Masculine being guided to transmute that abandonment wound. I don't feel like I deserve you. Boom, right here. Right? Like, I know masculine sometimes act cocky and things like that. They know deep down that this is a connection that they have to work hard for. They need to transmute all of the unworthy, shame, feeling not good enough aspects. I want a future with you. They sit around thinking about a future with you and what that would look like. They'll never compare to you. We're meant to be together. I will wait as long as it takes to have a shot with you. I should have fought for you. And so some of them were fighting against the connection and ruining it and sabotaging it instead of just flowing with it. I understand how important you are in my life. You need to heal and open up your heart chakra for this connection. We talked about on feminine side, working on masculine, your heart chakra, opening up to love. You've built up all these excuses about why you can't do this, isolate this connection, right? From past hurts and things like that. Triggered insecure attachment. Insecurities come from past traumas, fears, and wounds and things like that that you need to deal with. I know you're the one. Masculine knows who you are. We've talked about this. You've triggered such intense emotions in me, and they might have a hard time dealing with all of these emotions, and I'm talking positive love emotions. I didn't feel good enough for you. I knew I had more work to do. So oftentimes the masculine goes and tries to work on themselves, not realizing that you were always perfect as is for this. Every day I pray to be with you. Masculine, as I said, is manifesting you. They're trying to find a way to be with you. They're praying for you, and they're praying to be with this connection. They're working on their sacral and allowing your sacral to guide you to this person. Your twin flame and you have such strong sacral pulls and sacral energy, and this is how the masculine knows. You light up their sacral like no one else. Pay attention to your third eye right now, the psychic and spiritual downloads and the guidance that you're getting. You're going to be successful at shifting this into union. Despite how things may look, you're very focused on material and financial changes happening in your life right now. You're really focused on the matrix, the material. I know, masculine and money. You might be healing something there with your sacral, but it's meant to help you come into union. All right, you're dealing with emotional loss and heartbreak. Funny, the twin flame feminine cards are mirroring this. You're dealing with heart chakra pain, especially if you're apart or doing separation or, you know, wanting your person. It's something you might be fighting internally. See beyond the illusions of your life. This is all the ideas of why you can't do union that you've convinced yourself of and blocks you've created, usually after the fact. Removing those blocks. All right, we have 11/11, and for some this might be an important date as we're going to go into even the November 11/11 portal, but this might have special meaning for twin flames. 11/11 is a powerful number for twin flame and your mission. You're being guided home with your path, and this could be with your twin flame or where your divine feminine is, divine masculine, and you might know that, and you might feel kind of lost at this point or off your path if in separation, but your soul is trying to guide you home to your divine feminine. Healing any trust issues within this connection. All right, time to get creative right now and pay attention to this source energy in your life. Stay grounded. You have a lot of energy flowing through you and a lot of energy you're being guided to work with. This could be a lot of heavy emotional energies as you're healing your heart right now. All right, we have reunion energy. This is my twin flame. I love this card because it's my twin flame union. It's marriage, it's abundance, it's having a family. It's like happy reunion and my happily ever after card. Some of you guys are ready to shift into reunion and union. That's what comes after separation, and you know that. Okay, so we have the Emperor in reverse. So some of you guys, you feel abandonment wounds causing you to control things or try to control this connection or keep it at arm's length, even though you know you want it. 6 of Wands in reverse. You might have been focused too much on everyone else outside of this connection, and you're losing something and things like that. Some of your support, your friends and family, have kind of turned you against your twin flame or been talking badly about your twin flame or your situation because they're not twin flames and they do not understand the connection or that higher spiritual path that you're on. And you know that these same friends, when you hang out with them, they pull you back into addictions, bad habits, your old self, and things like that. So some of you guys are at this awkward space where you're realizing you have to spend more time alone because when you're going to the friends and family, they're pulling you back and you're not your highest self. All right, we have Judgment in reverse, and this is you're letting fear stop you and you're being blocked by self-doubt and things like that. There are areas where you're still asleep. Some of you guys are getting karmic lessons because of this, and it's not, we think of karma as negative. You're just going the hard path. And it's like you're getting a lot of lessons lately because of, if you're not in union, that's where it leads you to try to get you into union and to get you to seek the spiritual, whatever's going on in your life. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles, and this is like wealth, boss. This is who you want to be. This is like working hard, things paying off. This is provider and protector energy. You are, masculine is meant to be loyal, stable to their divine feminine, a protector of the divine feminine. When you guys are gone, you leave your divine feminine wide open to all sorts of weird people and stuff and things like that. When you're around, you're keeping them safer than you know, energetically and things like that. And that's shifting into that energy. You're supposed to be watching out for and looking after your divine feminine and taking care of them. And this is like, you know, flowing into that energy of abundance and union and manifesting and all that positive energy. And that's like shifting into your divine masculine energy of who you were made to be. Some of you guys are husband, father, protector, provider, whatever it is. But we have the Two of Swords in reverse, and this is like delays. Oh my God, we got that on the other side. This is delays, things coming out. This could be resentment. You're holding on to past wounds about this connection, and you're acting emotionally detached. That's your go-to, trying to detach from your emotions, which is like horrible. I called it shutting off your humanity switch, but guess what? You got to flip that switch back on ultimately, like right, and things like that. Oh my God, like those TV shows and things like that. This is like you're acting cold and guarded about this connection, and then it's the limbo. You can't go forward, right, with the blindfold and things like that. But we could think of this as Lady Justice when I see the blindfold and things like this. So this could also represent your feminine of not being able to move forward, because separation is the ultimate limbo. Till you get into union, you can't really move forward and you stay in these awkward spaces and things like that. So you're acting like you don't care about your divine feminine, but we know this is the farthest thing from the truth. This person has your attention like no one else and always will. Since you've met, you've begun this dance or orbit, and you know, you guys can't take your eyes off of each other or whatever it is, but you might be acting like you don't care, aloof, detached, whatever it is, but you're not able to. We know we can't detach from this connection. It's not like your past connections where you're used to doing that. This person's a little bit different in your life too. So this is like the blindfold kind of card, and not able to see things as they are too. With your divine feminine too, you might be needing to see your divine feminine more fully for who they are, what they bring to their table, their gifts, whatever it is. It's like we have a lot of the fear blocking us, is the ego, right? Blocking us from being able to see things as they are too. So divine masculine, this reading indicates you're stripping away a lot of fear and illusion so that you can shift this into union, because you are such an important part of that energy balancing within this union too. All right, I'm going in that note anyways. I'm going to be around doing activations today. Check out my shop. I have all the new stuff for the next couple of days up in there too. Book me on my shop. Great time to be using these energies. They're quite high today. I think we're like in K6. We'll see over the next couple of days. We're in quite high geostorm energies too. We want to be tapping into these for healing. Great time to be getting healings and activations over the next couple of days. Check out my site too and see all the stuff I have up in it for it. Have a beautiful day.